Hello everyone. We are continuing mixture topic. We have already done the definition and the characteristics of mixtures. Today we will do types of mixtures. So, based on the composition, mixtures are of two types: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. In homogeneous, homo means the same. That means compositions remain same. Heterogeneous, hetero means different, composition remains different. So see how we can see this. We are taking here example of these two solutions. This is for homogeneous and this is for heterogeneous. I have taken sharbat and put some water in it, and here I have taken soil and put some water in it. In homogeneous mixture, composition remains same everywhere, means you can't see where is sharbat and where is water. Everywhere it is same and everywhere its taste will be also same. But in heterogeneous mixture, composition not same. You can see at bottom that soil particles are there, and in between water particles are there, and at the top somewhere you can see the impurities floating on water. Second point, no visible boundary. Visible boundary means here is no visible boundary where sharbat is present, where water is present. But here in heterogeneous mixtures, boundaries are present. There is a boundary, means you can see the limit up to where soil is present, you can see up to where water is present and where impurities are present. These are the boundaries. Third one, in homogeneous, only one phase is there. Phase means part. Complete liquid is looking like one part only. So we can say it is in one phase only. But in heterogeneous, you can see in this heterogeneous mixture, three boundaries or phases are there. One phase for soil, second phase for water, and third phase for floating impurities. So these were the points for homogeneous mixture, and now examples. We can make this type of mixtures by adding salt in water, sugar in water. That means we have to take in homogeneous the things which completely dissolve with each other. But in heterogeneous, according to this, you can see we have to take the examples or the things which do not completely dissolve with each other, and we can see them separately. So these two were the examples of homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Next, I have written here solution, colloid and suspension. This is a further example of homogeneous mixtures. In homogeneous mixtures, the mixtures we are taking, these are always in the form of solution. We say them always solution. But in heterogeneous, two types of mixtures are here, colloid and suspension. In next lecture, we will in detail study this. Okay, so today we will not discuss this. Now next is solution. First part we are going to discuss homogeneous mixture, solution. Solution can be written as SOL dot. Here dot is compulsory. Without dot it will be for something else. Okay. So what is solution? Homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Homogeneous mixture, now you understand very well. Example, lemonade. Lemonade is lemon juice. You can't see salt, sugar, water, lemon. Where these things are present, everywhere its taste is same. Air is also an example of homogeneous mixture. In air, here air is present, you can't see where is oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, different type of gases are there. So air is also homogeneous mixture, that is solution. Saline water is salty water. And vinegar means it is also called sirka. When acetic acid is added in water, then it becomes vinegar. Next is components. What are the components of a solution? Solute and solvent, two components of solution. When solute is added in solvent, then solution is made. So what is solvent or solute? Solute is the thing which is present in less quantity, that is called solute. It is always dissolved in another thing. And solvent is mostly present in more quantity, and in solvent we dissolve another things. For example, salt is solute and water is solvent. That means we have to add salt in water and then make a saline water. And the example we have taken, what we have done? We have taken here sharbat. Sharbat is solute and we add it in water. Water is solvent. So it becomes a solution, clear solution. Solutions are transparent. That means we can see through them. See this. Solution is homogeneous mixture. So we can see another side of the glass, but it is heterogeneous mixture. This is not solution. It is opaque. We can't see it through it. Now next, solutions on basis of solute. How much quantity we are taking for solute and solvent? Solutions are of two types, dilute and concentrated. Dilute solutions are those solutions in which solute is present in less quantity and solvent is present in more quantity. But concentrated means thick. That means solute is present in more quantity and solvent is present in less quantity. Let's see. Here, this is concentrated solution. See this color. Now when I will put more water, that means solvent in it, just see the difference. See this. This is dilute solution. Here I put more water in this solvent. So this is the difference in dilute and concentrated solutions. In lab also you have seen that on some bottles it is written concentrated acid and dilute acid. If acid is in more quantity, then it is concentrated acid, and if acid is less in water in more quantity, then it is dilute acid. So effect of concentrated is more than dilute. You can do this at home also. What you have to do? Take one glass of water, put 1 spoon of sugar, then it will taste it. It will be dilute solution. You can taste less sweet, but add 10 spoons of sugar in water, dissolve it properly and then taste. What happens? It is more sweet. That means it is now concentrated. Okay. Now next classification is based on solvent. Which type of solvent we are taking? Aqueous solution and non-aqueous solution. Aqueous is made from aqua word. Aqua is used for water. In home you are using aqua guard. Aqua means water, guard means guarding it. So aqua word is used for water. Aqueous solutions are those solutions in which solvent is water. Always we add something in water. So these are aqueous solution. Water is called universal solvent. Universal because it can dissolve most of the things in it. It can add, if we add solid, liquid or gas, many things are dissolved in water. Solid you can take sugar salt, liquid we have taken lemon or sharbat, and in gas also. Oxygen gas is present in water, and that gas is taken by aquatic animals for respiration. So this is example of aqueous solution. Now next is non-aqueous solution. In this, solvent is not water. Other than water we can use any solvent. Now you will ask what it will be. In home, what you do? Add sugar in milk. Milk is not pure water, so that can be non-aqueous solution. Liquid ammonia, alcohol, benzene, ether, etc. These all are liquids and we add things in that. One more example I am taking here, iodine tincture. What is iodine tincture? When iodine is added in alcohol, then it becomes iodine tincture. This iodine tincture is used in labs to test starch. You may also have seen in lab when we do starch test putting iodine solution on potato or rice. So that iodine solution is actually iodine tincture and it looks like brown in color. Iodine is added in alcohol because iodine can be sublimate. So that's why it is stored in alcohol. So this is example of non-aqueous solution. Next, on the basis of solvent, which type of solvent we are using? Solutions are of three types: solid solutions, liquid solutions and gaseous solutions. As the name indicates, in solid solutions, solvent is water. And examples are alloys. Alloys you have seen. Alloys are made when we add metal with metal or metal with non-metal. It is made to improve the quality of the substance, prevent it from corrosion or rusting. Example, brass. Brass is yellow colored substance. When copper is mixed in zinc, then brass is made. Brass is also called pittal at home. Next, bronze. Bronze is brown colored. You have seen gold, silver and bronze medal. So that bronze medal, that is an alloy. It is made when copper is added in tin. And last one, in every home, everywhere you can see this example, stainless steel. It is not pure iron. In normal conditions, iron react with water, moisture and air and rust. Due to this, its quality damaged. So, to prevent that thing, we convert it into steel or stainless steel. To make stainless steel, we add manganese, nickel, chromium in iron to improve its quality. These things do not rust, that's why these are added with iron. Next is liquid solution. In this, solvent is liquid. When we add something in liquid, in alloys, these all things are solid, we melt them and then combine them. But in liquid solution, one thing, solvent is always liquid. For example, saline water. Here, solute is salt, solid, but liquid is solvent, that is water. Iodine tincture. In iodine tincture, iodine is added in alcohol. Alcohol is also a liquid. Aerated drinks. Aerated drink means you have seen Coca-Cola, Pepsi, etc. These all are aerated drinks. In these things, what we do? We add air in that cold drinks, and it is in the form of, we are adding hydrogen carbonate, and that will produce gas in it. When you open it, fizzing sound comes, that is due to gas. And now last one is gaseous solution. In gaseous solution, solvent is gas. You can see here is air. This air is mixture of many gases. So here nitrogen gas is about 78% in air. So this becomes a solvent, and other gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapors, dust particles and other gases, all these gases are added in nitrogen. So here nitrogen is the solvent in gaseous state. So all these were types of solutions. So next we will do characteristics of solution in next lecture. Thank you.